Are you a woman looking for a partner, looking for a husband, or are you looking for a Disney prince that does not exist? Symphony, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. If you have not already, please hit that red subscribe button down below. If you like this type of content or any of my content, hit the thumbs up button and leave me any video requests, comments, your opinion on the topic of the video in the comments section below, and let's just jump right into today's video. So in today's video, as I'm sure you guys saw by the title, we're kind of getting back into the relationship relationship series that I was doing here on my channel. I know that some of you guys liked it, some of you guys didn't like it. We were having very interesting and sometimes heated conversations in the comment section, and I just want to say that anything relationship related or dating related, well, not anything, but most things dating and relationship related are opinions. So I just get on here and share my opinion and things that I personally feel as though young women need to hear, and that a lot of young women don't necessarily hear. A lot of us grow up and just try to figure out the whole dating thing on our own. We talk to our girlfriends and then things go left and we wonder what happened, and we don't necessarily have someone who's kind of been there, done that, to kind of like give a little bit of advice, especially when you're in high school, sometimes even college, and you're just hearing things from your friends or other girls and it's the wrong advice and we're like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm just giving my opinions. Of course, certain things like stating you know, only being with someone that's going to treat you right, that is not an opinion, that is a fact. Talking about what is abusive in a relationship versus what's healthy in a relationship, what's goals, what's not goals, those types of things are facts. But I guess when it's talking about dating and like who should pay, where should you go, when you should spend the night, things like that are more opinion based. But I do feel like it's something that we should definitely have more conversations surrounding. So let's start some conversations in the comments below. Even if you disagree with me, at least we're having a conversation, and hopefully things can get better in the dating realm, because baby, things are crazy. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about, are your standards too high? And I know, like, when I used to think about, are people's standards too high, I would just automatically be like, no, people's standards aren't too high. Of course you should have standards, and you should want someone to treat you right, and you should want someone who's a good listener, or someone who loves you for the right reasons. I have to sneeze, bless me. I thought, of course you should want someone who loves you for the right reasons, and someone who, you know, if you want children, they want children. If you like to travel, they like to travel, different things like that, right? And then I started, you know, talking to some women, and that's the thing, I'm always having conversations about relationships and dating, probably because of my age. And I feel like even though there are some people in the comments that don't like these types of videos, as long as people like my followers and my subscribers are coming to me asking me my opinions in the DM, I'm still going to be making these types of videos because it's content, and why not just have a place to put all of my thoughts concerning relationships and love and, you know, stuff like that. So when I started having conversations with these women and saying, you know, the woman's asking me, are my standards too high? And I'm like, no, like, you want someone that loves you and that's there for you, and someone that has equal like morals and values and has the same moral compass as you, someone that's from a good home, and, you know, someone that sees the world in a similar way, not the same way, because that's impossible. You can be the same race, culture, speak the same language, eat the same food, and still see the world differently, because we were all raised in different households. But I would say things like that, like, that's what you want. And then I started realizing a lot of women were like, yeah, that's what I want. Plus, I want him to be at least 6'3", and I want him to have this type of hair texture and this type of skin tone, and I want him to be, you know, a football player. But we're like in our mid-20s, and like, do you want an NFL football player? Like, what? Like, you want someone that used to play football? Like, I want a football player, but I want him to have a swimmer's body, and I want him to speak this language and that language, but I don't speak any languages other than English. And I want him to be, you know, have traveled the world, but never traveled without me, but to already come ready when I meet him. Sorry, someone's honking outside my house. That is rude. Okay. I want someone to, you know, be well read, but they only read the types of books that I like to read. I want someone who's, you know, into different cultures, but they have to be my exact culture. Or like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they just had crazy expectations. I would even call those like standards. And I started to realize, yes, a lot of people have standards. And because I'm a woman, I'm speaking directly to women, but if you're a man watching this, of course this can go the other way. There's men whose standards are I don't want to say too high, but are just like unrealistic. And it's like, are you looking for a partner or what? Like, so yeah, because I'm a woman, I might say like, you know, you're a woman looking for a man, but this does go both ways. I'm like, are you a woman looking for a partner, looking for a husband? Or are you looking for a Disney prince that does not exist? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like certain things don't matter. Like, if that person likes to play video games, but you're not a gamer, okay, that's cool. But there's some people that will be like, nope, video games is not on my checklist. So you can be a great man, you can be, you know, educated, and you can be well read, and you can like to travel, and you can, you know, be a part of the same religious groups as I am and political groups as I am. You can treat me amazing, my kids amazing if you have any children, but you know what, you have a hobby that was not on my list, so you're not the one. Or I wanted a soccer player, but you played baseball in middle school, and that's not what I wanted. And then, so I'm just thinking, like, how is it that people, men and women, are making these extremely lengthy, extremely unnecessary lists of what they want, what they think that they need, but has absolutely nothing to do with how that person is going to love you as a partner and love you as a spouse. Like, how tall that person is has literally zero value in how that person is going to be like as a spouse, in my opinion. And I get that looks do matter to a certain extent. So if you want someone, you know, if you're a woman and you want someone taller than you, or if you want someone that's attractive to you, I think attraction is huge, and it's definitely really important. But you can be attracted to someone and they still don't hit every single, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could have, you know, the hair that you think is attractive, the height that you think is attractive, but they don't have the eye color, so you know, toss them out the window. Like, that just does not make any sense to me. And what I think we have to answer our own question is that, do I have standards or do I have a checklist? Because I definitely think it's unhealthy to hold someone to a certain checklist full of things when half of those things have nothing to do with being a spouse, and it's just for your own gratitude, not gratitude, what's it called? I don't know, just for your own like say so, like, oh, my man has this, and this. Baby, you are going to be single for a very, very, very long time. I think this whole thing of having a type definitely needs to go out of the window. I'm so tired of people saying preference. You should prefer a good person, and you should prefer someone that has, you know, sees themselves in the same place 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And there's little things that are nice, you know, like, I absolutely love to travel. So yeah, I could be married to someone that doesn't like to travel, but are we good? That's such a big part of who I am. Am I going to, you know, be able to really enjoy the marriage if that person never gets on a plane with me? Probably not. So that was one of my standards, you know what I mean? Like, I want someone that wants to travel type of thing, especially with me, like, being half another culture and ethnicity that's not in the United States. It was important to me. But something that's not important, like your hobbies, like, I have my hobbies and my fiance has his. What he likes to do in his free time and the things that bring him joy, like, I don't really care what sport you play, because what does that have to do with how you love me and how I'm able to love you? You get what I'm saying? Unless maybe you're a sporty girl, so you want someone that's going to play the same sport that you're into, but it's a give and take. You get what I'm saying? You can't be picky in every single category, because you are going to be alone. What's important is that that person grew up in a good household, especially these days, that that person loves and knows how to love and knows how to receive love and is happy receiving love and doesn't feel like they need to run when they receive love. What's important is that, you know, that person wants to have children if you want to have children, or they don't want to have children if you don't want to have children. Or if that person, if you know, don't feel as though you'd be a great step parent, maybe you want someone that doesn't have children already coming into that relationship. You get what I'm saying? There are certain things that definitely do matter. But then there's other things where I feel like we're doing a lot. And I feel like a lot of that really does have to do with looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who say, I'm sorry, but like, if you don't have, you know, 3 brothers, then I'm not gonna marry you because I wanted 3 brothers in law. That's absolutely ridiculous. And on the note of attraction, I feel like this might be an unpopular opinion because a lot of people feel like looks don't matter. A lot of people say looks don't matter. Literally the only thing that matters is personality. I disagree with that, and I disagree because although looks will fade, okay, let's get real. Although looks will fade, imagine getting with someone that you're highly attracted to and looks fade 30 years later. You're probably still at least going to be attracted to that person. And if you're not attracted to someone from jump, like at all, 30 years from now, they're just gonna look worse to you. I don't know, but that's getting really, really real, right? But I think that, you know, in the beginning of a relationship, as the years go on, like, if you're not attracted to that person, you're not going to more than likely be intimate with that person. You're not going to, you know, just kind of like stare at that person with googly eyes. And I understand that like the honeymoon phase doesn't last forever. And I truly believe that those things come and go. Like if you know Tamara Mori Housley from The Real, she talks about how she's been married for I think 10 years now. And she talks about how throughout marriage, you know, those feelings and those emotions of being like goo goo gaga over someone and like those butterflies in your stomach come and go. But if you're not attracted to that person at all, it's going to be a lot of go and not a lot of like, you know, come and go. Like, and I just feel like you should be attracted to the person that you're with. I think that's a huge part. You'd be surprised at how many people you would be attracted to. And I think if you're just going off of, okay, I'm only attracted to the people that meet my little list on my piece of paper, you're doing yourself a disservice. And life is too short to, you know, be alone. And I'm not saying that being alone is a negative thing. It's important to learn how to be alone, and it's important to enjoy your time by yourself. I truly believe that human beings enjoy, you know, loving another person and having that person love them, especially in the type of world that we live in, where we build families with people and we settle down with people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being single your entire life, but the vast majority of people don't desire that. And I think that we would do a much better service for ourselves at just having high expectations, but not an unreasonably long checklist. Does that make sense? So if you're watching this video and some of those things that I mentioned are on your checklist and necessarily don't need to be, you know, maybe get out another sheet of paper and just write down the things that you absolutely could not live without, or write down the things that you feel like would make a good spouse, and then sprinkle in a little bit of things that you're attracted to. You know what I mean? So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure that you hit the thumbs up. Either way, subscribe to my channel. I will leave another video for you guys to watch and a subscribe button on the screen as well. And let me know in the comments, like, what are some of the things, if you're single, if you're looking, what are some of the things that are on your list? What are some of the things that you find to be important? And do you feel like the vast majority of people have, you know, a checklist or actual like reasonable standards? Let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.